Hello, my name is Ming, and I will be your examiner for today. And what's your name?
Yeah, my name is An.
Right.
Yeah,
So
my full
can
name.
I? Sure. So what can I call you, Anne?
Yeah, sure.
So for today, there will be three parts for this speaking test, and we will go through this with each other. And you just need to follow with my instructions, and we will finish with it. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's start with part one. What kind of housing do you live in right now?
Yeah. Right now, I'm living in an apartment in on the 23rd floor in a condo. Yeah. And
And who do you live with?
what do you live with? Yeah.
Who do you live with?
Sorry. Yeah. I'm living with my friends. She's my best friend, and she's the owner of this apartment, and she shares one room for me.
Okay. And do you plan to live here for a long time?
Mm, yeah, I have planned in advance, yes, but I think for the next half past year, so for the next coming year, half a year, I will live here. But yeah, but later on, I will find my own apartment to live. Yeah.
So, what part of the apartment right now that you like the most?
Mm, I think definitely I like the kitchen because it's very well designed, very spacious, so I can do the cooking very easily, and also her in her house every equipment it is very well equipped. There's a lot of home applicants there. Yeah, so I can do various dishes.
Right. Okay. Now let's talk about sweets and cakes. Do you like to eat sweets?
Mm. In the past, I loved eating sweets, but right now, uh, uh, I don't like sweet things. It makes me have a headache, so I try to avoid sweet stuff as much as possible.
Right. So, do you eat cakes or sweets after a meal?
Mm. Occasionally, I will eat cake on some special occasion like the birthday cake. Yeah, but in normal days, I think I don't eat cakes. And for the milk, I will choose no sugar-free milk type. So I try to avoid sweet or sugar
Thank you.
like that. Yeah.
So, is there a specific sweet food in your country?
So sweet food in my country, I think there's a lot. I think let me think. Like how normally we would have birthday cake. It's the most common one, and in my own countries are also some traditional sweet food. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know how to name it. They have a special name, so that please forgive me.
So now let's talk about shopping at street markets. What do people usually buy on the street markets?
Oh, well, I think for the street market, they will buy, I think, clothes, some small furnitures, or some small accessories. I think they are cheap, so the stuff will not affect the health. So I think they will maybe willing to spend money on that kind of stuff.
So why do you think people prefer to go to street markets?
Mm, I think it kind of cultural. activity. Like in Vietnam, in my home country, people around the countries, across the countries, there's a lot of street markets, and that's a part of the custom.
Right. And when you travel abroad, do you go to street markets?
Well, when I go travel, like in Thailand 2 years ago, I also chose street markets as a destination to visit. There, I could experience a lot of local products there, and I could know more about the local control.
Right. Okay, that should be it for the part 1. Now we should move on to the part 2. In this part 2, I will show you the questions and you will have 1 minute to look at it and prepare in your paper. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, now you have 1 minute to prepare. 1 minute starts now. Okay, your 1 minute is up. Now you have 2 minutes to talk. Okay? You ready?
Okay. So I'm going to talk about a very expensive item that I bought, and I feel pretty regretted about my purchase. That was my very first laptop. I bought it maybe 10 years ago. At that time, when I entered the university, my parents gave me 10 million Vietnam đồng for to purchase any laptop that I like. And I went with one of my friends. We went to a electric shop store there, and there was a lot of stuff there, and at that time I didn't know which one to choose, so I made decisions based on my friends' suggestions. But when I brought it home and try using it for the couple of days, I feel a little bit regret about my choice. Yeah, it was a Toshiba branded. It was not famous at that time because at that time that one was more common. Yeah, and one more thing that I didn't like about it because it had less function than any other of the same price, other products of the same price, and uh, and it besides was not my type. Yeah, honestly, it was more for male than a female like me. So uh, I would say it was pretty ugly with
All right,
the.
thank you. That's good enough though. So would you like to change to another laptop in the near future?
Yeah, in the near future, I prefer to choose some more light, compact one with a very fashionable design. with like silver cover or
Thank you.
something like that.
That's good. All right. And that should be it for the part 2. Now it's going to be the part 3. So, do you often buy more than you expected?
I think it happened occasionally, because when I before I go shopping, I do research carefully in advance and list down all the criteria for those products that I will purchase. So, for example, like my recently I bought a car. I'm sorry, I bought a motorbike, and I list down all the criteria I want from my motorbike, and after buying it, I feel satisfied with my choice. Yeah.
Right. And do you think it is important to save money?
Yes, I think money is hard to earn, so we need to spend it more thoughtfully. And we didn't, for my own opinion, I would not spend money just based on my demand. That's from something that I like, because something that I like, but it's the really expensive or even a waste of money.
Right. Do people buy things they don't need?
Buy things that they don't eat.
Don't need.
Really? Yeah, I think that's very common. Yeah, I have met a lot of people that when they first see the stuff and they really want it, but in after all they don't like the stuff, and they will never touch it or use that product again. So yeah.
Right.
So,
The last question is that what do you think about the young people nowadays? What do they usually spend the money on?
well, from my own observation, I see the young generation nowadays, they spend a lot. I think like they're very young, they smart, and they have earned a lot of money. So I see they often buy some luxury or expensive or branded products, like expensive clothes, expensive perfume, or expensive uh, electrical laptop, something. Yeah.
Okay. And that should be it for your speaking test.